Okay, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's the
Morning.
5th of February, uh,
Yay.
2026. Please let us know where you're watching from. I am in Central Florida at 54 degrees and raining outside.
I'm in Sarasota, Florida. It's 95 degrees, hot and humid, and the sun is shining bright.
You wish.
I'm in a different part of Sarasota where that's not happening.
I am in Calgary, Canada.
Awesome.
You can put a hashtag KMT for a chance to win
A KMT hat.
a KMT hat. Also, if you have questions for Flor, we're going to be talking to her in a second. Put them in the chat and like, share, subscribe, comment. And remember, we're here. We're doctors, Dr. Kiltz, me, health coaches, but you're not a client or patient. Anything that we say is for informational purposes
Entertainment.
Entertainment purposes.
Entertainment. And when you go to the doctor, it might be entertainment also, by the way.
Yeah. Very often it is.
And you got to laugh with your doctor, your nurse practitioner, wherever it is. There's got to be some humor in all of it, I guess.
I am very lucky. I have to say, my doctor fully support my diet.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh.
So, Flor, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us who you are and give us your carnivore story. We love to hear those.
Well, my name is Florencia. I am 60 years old, and yeah, I am. Well, thanks to Carnivore, I got my life back. I only started in June 2025, so it has been quite recent. And for some reason, it was like a match, As soon as I started the diet, I started seeing the improvements. I was 25 pounds bigger, so I am 5'4". It was quite noticeable. I had bad arthritis. In my family, we have rheumatoid arthritis. My sister is 82% incapacitated for, I don't know, the 2%, we're talking about medicine, but is 82% incapacitated because of rheumatoid arthritis. So,
wow.
Yeah, I suffered. Of course, nothing like her, but I couldn't walk. My right hip was so painful. My hands, I couldn't grab, the typical grabbing problem that you want to grab something, but kind of the pain doesn't let you. And I had an awful case of eczema coming down from like under my ankles, from my Achilles. Help me here with the word. Like coming up from the bottom of my feet, up my leg. It was awful. Visually, like how itchy it was, how it bled.
Wow.
And it was, it was terrible. I was in the worst of conditions. My thyroid was completely gone. Well, and with that, you can imagine how I felt. Brain fog. And I thought this is 60 and just starting to fade into the background. And maybe that was age. I have to say that by April, I had like a health crisis where I didn't know how sick I was. I really didn't know how sick I was. So my doctor sent me to my endocrinologist and sent me to my the cardiologist. And I didn't have a cardiologist until then. And of course, the first thing the cardiologist done is recommend that I take statins. And I knew that that was enough for me. And he recommended me to start to watch a video on a movie on Netflix, believe it or not, about all plant-based diet. So I came home and I was like, I was quite, my mind was not working very well. And like I was foggy and I was exhausted and I was quite desperate. So I thought, I've said not to the statins, never filled up that prescription. But I thought I was going to give being vegetarian a chance. Oh my, that was like, it didn't take me too long to realize that the situation was getting worse. From the like how my eczema it really flared, and my hands were like incredibly painful. And so after a month, I decided that I needed to make a drastic change. And I started, I did keto on and off in 2014, but I had the issue of really trying to have so much fat and like the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts, which made me gag. So it wasn't sustainable for me. I couldn't do it, even though I could see that it was good for me, but I could not go for any long periods of time. Is my English good enough? I am.
Yes. You're doing
No,
fine.
it's not good enough. It's magical and amazing. It's
Thank you.
beyond your beautiful energy. Keep going, Laura.
Thank you so much. Right. So I am from Argentina, guys. So I am from cow town, like big cow. Like we have like the cows, like you can go for hours in the car and see all like cows like eating grass. Like we have the real deal, the best beef in the world. Even though Alberta is pretty good, but nothing. We are blessed with the weather, right? So beef for me has always been the best thing that happened to me. Like I remember being people go to church on Sundays. My father woke up and his church was like making the barbecue, which is with the wood, and the ceremony of slowly making we call it asado. So not only beef is awesome, delicious, but it has a lot of emotional goodness for me. So I thought, let's do it. And after hours of research, I said, okay, this is it. I empty something. Of course, I live alone. My children are grown up, 40, 39, and 35. I don't have any problems having anything at home. I empty everything, and I went full force carnivore. Wow, it's right. My life changed, and for some people, of course, depend metabolically and ever. I was destroyed. I can't say that I was in a. It was awful, but for some reason, we know the reasons. Within a month, I have to say, like the pounds started melting, like it was all inflammation. It was so obvious that I was being like, it was like I had piranhas in my body eating me inside, before carnivore. Now I started feeling light. I started recovering myself. The first thing that went away was the pain on my right hip. I couldn't walk my dogs. I didn't have the energy, of course. I will just drag myself to walk my dogs. And I started feeling like that. I wanted to walk uphill. I live in a nice neighborhood with a hill to see the city from above. And I started feeling that I wanted to do things. I can explain it. My brain was like somebody turned the light on. I was eating beef like if I was starving, like like a caveman. I did not measure how much, or I just ate whenever I felt like it, and I ate everything. Like I love it. I still love it. And so the first thing was starting, like the pounds melted away quickly. The pain started going away. And after the first time they cut my thyroid medication in half was 3 months into carnivore. How? Like, how can something give you such so many benefits so quickly, to the point that when I share what happened, it's almost like it's, oh, come on, it can't be that way. And that's why I will try to get my doctor to have an interview, because she's like, Flor, keep doing it. Like, it's amazing. Like, she was amazed. And one thing that she said that really made me love her more was that, you know what, people is so afraid of the fat and the LDL, and the problem with heart issues is more the calcification of the arteries. Like, so she sent me to do a CAT scan and all that stuff, like calcium scan. So it was super important, even though that nothing would have changed the way I felt. Even if my doctor told me, stop, you're going to die, your heart. Nothing would have stopped me. You know what I mean? Like, because when you feel it, when you see it, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself back, like, I am an outdoors person. All my life, I love the outdoors. And here in Canada, backing up and just taking to the mountains was such a part of my identity. And for a couple of years, that was not an option for me. And so I not only recovered my health, but I recovered my well-being, my enthusiasm. And I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. It's your turn, guys. I'm sorry.
We want to hear that, and
Okay.
that is the same story that we hear over and over again. And you said it. You changed your life. You're a recovering vegan,
Vegetarian. Yeah.
But what do you? So first thing many people think will be the cholesterol, right? You're gonna die from a heart attack. You mentioned you had a CAC score test done. What was? Do you?
Well, no. I haven't done it because I want to do it.
Okay.
After a year. When
All
I
right.
am a year in my year anniversary. It's $600 here, guys.
But the other question I had was, how about the restrictiveness of the diet? I mean, aren't you feeling restricted in what you are eating?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. I am cheating because I love beef. That Chris, you know what I love is sometimes if my cat of choice is I call it roast beef, chuck roast. But sometimes I buy a tri-tip, and it comes with like a good thick layer of fat. So I cut it and I chop it, and I put like a handful on the pan and get it browned and crispy. And that, to me, I could live on that alone. With the beef, to me, when I put that in my mouth, it's the best. It's the best I can ever eat. I wouldn't change that for anything else. So no, it's not restrictive. And besides, I am used to, unfortunately, in North America, it's hard to find organs, like the best part of the cow, which is, believe it or not, the thyroid, sweet bread is called. And I don't know if you have ever tried it. Oh my, like I wish I could eat like the whole cow, you know? We eat everything. So no. One thing is that I don't do much dairy, you know? It doesn't sit well with me. Then with research I understood that almost 70% of people like the enzyme to digest dairy. So eh, occasionally I might have some cheese. Now I had added kefir and kimchi to my diet because just Dr. Kiltz or who else explained the benefits of fermented food. So I have kimchi. I always forget to add it to my diet, to be honest with
How
you.
about how about your family? What do they think?
My son is diabetic type 2, and
Uh-huh.
he decided to, based on like, mom, whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, I'm gonna do it too. My
Okay.
sweetheart. Yeah, but now he paused it because after he ate the beef, like his insulin became so stabilized, but he really wants to do it. Of course, with the doctor kind of monitoring his sugar and what is he doing. Um, but no, my kids, my boys, they were raised on beef. Like I love making fire. Like when I go to the mountains or whatever I am, I like raft camping, grabbing the wood and making the fire. And so every Sunday I had the tradition that my father, of course, started, that is making the barbecue, then the asado, the parrilla. So it's part of our culture, my family sees what carnivore have done to me, and so when we get together I try to make mostly carnivore dishes. I had my own restaurant here in Calgary in 2012, but I am Italian descendant. In
Mm.
Buenos Aires, we are 87% Italian descendant, super strong Italian community. So I was used to making uh, pasta by hand. So I am a cook. I love cooking. And I don't miss any of that, by the way. I have no food noises. I have no desire to eat anything else. But what I mean is that cooking is, I was 6 years old and I was cooking, like whether it was gnocchi, ravioli. So I love food. It's not that no, I don't eat much. No, I am a Taurus, Italian, Argentinian. So yeah, no, and my family is, they're my children, right? So we try to make, I make, all, like half of it is just carnivore and other stuff for everybody else, but they love beef, and so when they are with me they eat beef.
I'm looking forward to visit someday Argentina and having a really good ribeye steak from
We got
there.
we got to go to Argentina and do a meetup along with Calgary.
Yeah, your mind will be like, what? Because we make this huge, like on the streets in some, like towns, and away from Buenos Aires, in the little towns that are the gauchos still, you see the tradition, the real tradition. So they will make a fire in the middle of the cob streets with wood, and just they put all the chivitos, like lamb and different all ruminant animals, and they look like this, right? And like incline, and they do it over hours and hours, super slow, like pigs, like the skin is so crispy that you break it. Like, oh man, stop it because it's too early to start. Oh yeah,
I'm hungry here.
you gotta go. You gotta go.
If you
Hi.
have any questions for Flor, please put them in the chat. Dr. Kiltz, so we need our doctor's permission to change the way we eat.
You need to actually help your doctor understand why being a lion is the leadership of life. And you don't need anyone's permission because you are in control of everything about your life. Now, I'm obviously, oh, well, be careful. I can't tell you that. Well, you know, I've only learned because I suffer from the same things Flor suffered from for years. And all they did was give me another drug dissection and a different doctor, a different specialist. And they still try to scare us today with LDL numbers and cholesterol numbers. Even CAC and CT angiogram numbers may be false and misleading for all of us. And ultimately, we are lions. And the whole beauty of social media, Flor from Argentina to Calgary, on all of us around the globe. I was chatting with George this morning in England, and you know, we're brothers and sisters that have been fed a domesticated diet, and we're lions. And lions eat meat. We become sheep, a domesticated dog and cat when you eat plants. And I'm Italian. 3/4 of my grandparents, 3 of them are from Italy. And I can tell you that I love the Italian social, cultural, Mediterranean environment for all of us. But I got tired of arthritis, psoriasis, migraines, kidney stones, bowel bleeding, and seeing my brothers die and sisters die of cancers, diabetes, stroke, and everything. And so radical that it doesn't take an MD degree. It takes actually a social media insight and just showing up to listen to our brothers and sisters like Flor.
Yeah, it's so true. Unfortunately I have had my share of kidney stones. My mother loved spinach, and she used to cook them. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
Broccoli rabe and I did spinach salad for years, and I looked good on the outside, but I was suffering desperately on the inside. And carnivore, I learned from my patients who 20 plus years ago were getting pregnant on paleo diet. And then I discovered keto and then carnivore, and realized that sugar is not energy for the mitochondria. It's not. It's sticky, damaging, and all this fake sugar shit is deadly too. And small amounts of sugar time to time is not our problem. Enjoy the ice cream or the gelato, small amounts from time to time, homemade with a lot of fatty cream, maybe a little bit of honey or fruit, but minimize, and you'll feel better. And you're not a drug addict. You're not an addict. You're not addicted. You're a human being that has the power to do everything and anything. You choose. That's it.
Well, but the thing is that our mind is so clouded by, fiber. You need fiber. If you don't need fiber,
No.
I've never had an issue. Never. Fiber is not a problem. If you're afraid that you are not going to be able to go to the bathroom, take it from me. Ain't happening. You're not going to have an issue. And regarding addiction, well, this diet takes away all that food noise, because carbs keep you thinking, what am I going to eat next? And what am I going to snack on? And that goes away. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
When you add the fat, lack of fat is the single deadliest thing we've been taught.
Totally.
Right? And we've been told, oh, you need to be skinny. Well, another deadly thing, you need to go get a diet, or you get a coach in order to help you lose weight. And it's all social media, but it's all actually, think about Oprah Winfrey, right? She invests in all the dietary stuff and all the drugs. And they're pushing all of us to be, hey, just take this drug and you'll be fine.
Like
When in
everything else, Dr. Kiltz, that's how, they make the money. And we are depending on media to like not social media, because this is what is changing everything, but they sell it constantly and they brainwash us to believe that something works when it doesn't. But the miracle is that nobody can argue with results.
the stories,
Absolutely.
the stories are so. The stories, biblical stories, are our strength. Ultimately, each and every individual story, and that's what we're sharing. We're writing our children's storybook. This is for our children and their children and their children and their children. No prospective randomized placebo-controlled study is going to ever have the power of what we do in these stories. It's unnecessary, completely.
Yeah. And I just only wish for people to really get over the conditioning and the fear and just give it a try. 90 days, eliminate anything other than good fats. Sorry, yes. Were you going to say something?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No,
What is the biggest? What is the biggest lie?
I wanted to speak. Sorry.
What is the biggest lie that you used to believe about nutrition that you have now unlearned?
Fiber is necessary for digestion. When fiber bloated me like nothing, I could never have like a flat stomach. Sorry, I'm 60. Like my stomach is completely flat. I have no fat and no bloating in my stomach. I used to be like this. Now I am like that. And it feels wonderful because your identity has so much to do with how you perceive yourself, right? We perceive. Sorry?
Yes.
Right, exact. So when we perceive ourselves to be like not aging, but getting old, which is different. I love my age and I want to continue to age and I hope to live to 120 now. When a year ago, I was feeling that was it. I was feeling old and I couldn't put anything and I was bloated and I couldn't you don't feel like and the pain and all that stuff. But going back to your image, we can age strong and healthy. I'm sorry, but when you eat and you feel the energy and the strength, you get the message. So it doesn't matter what you learn. It's an automatic. I don't argue with my results, period. Nobody can tell me that I need to change anything when what I am doing works. And how it works, like it gives you like the energy. And I know that is not the same for everybody. I have to say that I am not a good example.
Well, aren't we all basically the same? Our biochemistry, our physiology. We go to medical school and learn all this stuff about how the human cells and biochemistry all works. Oh, no, you're all different. You have a unique biochemistry. Does that make any sense? Sorry.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I can't agree to like, I have to be honest. I do believe that we are all unique. Like, for example, different enzymes, different way to process alcohol, dairy. There are things that might be worse for people, but what it works is the same.
Minuscule.
What it works is the same.
There's only a handful of diseases, and they're all basically caused by the same thing. And ultimately, the cell, I'm going to look under a cell, and I'm going to say, oh, this is Flore's cell, and this is DoctorNelson's cell.
No,
let me
you're right.
They're all the same.
You're right.
We created this uniqueness, but we're beautifully, amazingly the same.
Yeah.
And that's the magic,
Yeah.
right? And
Well,
so,
that's what I mean. That like what it works for all of us.
yes, are we like herbivores?
Well, the results.
Right. I mean, you're
Results.
60 years young. You look like you're about 20.
Oh,
And isn't this really what we want? Because we want to take care of the babies being born as 99-year-old young human beings, where
Yeah.
they're putting us, basically they're drugging us with the diet and then putting us in memory care homes. All the money that we're all making is going into stupid shit.
yes.
Sorry, I'm a
Totally.
little
Well,
crazy
it's
this
true.
morning.
Yeah.
What are we eating at the house tomorrow night, Alia?
Steak.
We're eating lots of steak.
Beef.
Beef, lots of beef.
And their tickets open still for Tampa?
There are. People should still come.
All right. Where do they go? Put the link up there. We want to see people at Tampa Meetup. I will be at the South Carolina Healing Humanity Meetup.
Awesome.
And we're sharing this story. Healing Humanity, by the way. Adam's here. We're going to be telling the story tomorrow night. I don't know if we have any more openings at tomorrow night's bash at Kiltz's house.
I don't think so. I don't think we could do one or two more, but we're going to sit on top of each other.
Tampa, and it's really important. Flor, what about meetups in your neighborhood?
You know what? Unfortunately, there are not much. I was looking for it. There is a couple of Facebook carnivores, and I was like, let's get together, let's start. But no, it ain't happening. And I am a little bit restricted with my time. I work 10 hours a day.
Good for you.
Oh yeah.
Good work.
It's only getting better, baby, because
I
now
work 24 hours a day.
Yeah. But it limits the ability to go to the meetup. And I would love to go because I want to share. I want everybody to experience the miracle of the carnivore diet. With all honesty, even though like my YouTube channel is about how to live your life fully, which includes it's not just carnivore, right? But I want to show how nice it's to just get out there, go like recover, get your life back, go high, go be 90 and feel like just skydiving. Right?
I've not jumped out of an airplane yet.
I did.
I fly them. You're welcome to jump out of my airplane.
Oh, thank you. Like it's about mental clarity, and I don't know if you have heard, and I have heard it, and I don't know. I of course like butyrate. I don't want to sound like, medical jargons, but what that's to your brain. But there is a spiritual aspect of the carnivore diet. I'm never been religious, but there is a high of life. Sometimes it's like I look at like in the morning, like at 6 o'clock in the morning, when the sun now is kind of like more like 7, I should say, and you have that like purple color, and you have the trees without the leaves and all the like. I look at it and I am in awe and picking up at all the beauty in nature, and those little things that we might think that are small, they change the way you perceive your existence. So it's not just physical. Mentally, you are awake with carnivore.
Well,
Carnivores then.
is this truly a spiritual journey? And, you don't need to be religious, although religions are our social cultural connections, and God is within all of us.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
I've found more clarity and understanding of God through carnivore, although it's not required, but it does, like, it's sort of supercharged. You go like, whoa, whoa.
So, yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome because you don't only like you can live a life not only physically to the fullest, but mentally, like the clarity to see solutions for every problems rather than a problem for every solution kind of thing. You understand that life is a gift and we should honor it. We should truly do our part and our best and take responsibility for our health. There is no other way.
We've given it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I think that, well, you can tell what is happening, how many of us can, and we all feel the same level of strength when it comes to, we are speaking the truth here. This is not some like new thing, that is in fashion and now, oh yeah, right, carnivore. No, people who experience a carnivore experience that have the experience understands that it really can turn your life, your health, your everything around. So how can we not want to share it, screaming, and just be there for everybody?
Have you found that the carnivore lifestyle kind of is like poking you a little bit to say something, do something, and engage in life more powerfully than ever before?
Absolutely. Like look at the name, Dare to Live Fully. There, that it was an instant dare to live your life fully. You don't have to settle for like less than our potential. Artistically, physically, go push yourself, use your muscles. Like when you end up like fragile in a home, there is something that maybe you could have done to avoid it. We have a responsibility to do the best we can, not to be just putting. I want to be very careful and very respectful and being very kind. I don't want to offend anybody. Like, I am not saying that illness is completely under our control or that everyone, I don't know. That's my belief. I do believe that like health can happen and we can make it happen through diet. And I do believe that we have a responsibility to be 100 and be independent and not being a burden to society. Being sick is so expensive, guys. When somebody tells me, well, but being carnivore is so expensive, really? Have you seen how much like 3 apples cost and how much and keeps you hungry and you have to eat every 3 hours with carnivore? You first of all, you're not going to spend money in medicines. Then there is a point, like when I said, when I started the diet, I was eating like a caveman, but eventually satiety kicked in, and now I eat when I feel like eating, and I eat my portions that are I know how much to eat. I don't measure anything, and I eat twice a day. So there is no excuse. There is only fear. So think about it. Why are not you given health and vitality and strength a chance. Why
Let's
not?
take some questions.
Let's go right to the top here, Alia. There you go.
Virgos Angel 86. I'm glad y'all are here. What do I do if I'm hitting a carnivore plateau, so to speak? I'm getting tired of meat, but I love it.
Go to a meetup. Create a meetup. Dig deeper into the meetup. What do you say, Flor?
I said,
Virgos do.
I said, add your fat. Add fat to the beef. I like go a little bit into more keto, like just grab, like you can get super cheap a bag of ground fat. That's like little pebbles. Grab a good handful, put it on your pan, make your beef there and make it very beefy, and just do that. Do a pure carnivore, high fat carnivore reset.
Cool. Good. Next.
The real DoctorNelson, you mentioned fixing your thyroid. What were your symptoms before, and how long did it take on carnivore to see improvement?
Well, I was, how can I describe it? It was I mean, the doctor, what is it? The endocrinologist told me that I was this close. I don't know how you can be hospitalized for your thyroid. He asked me how was I living, because my thyroid was dead. Like I was like really in a very dangerous zone. So I couldn't even think. I don't know how I survived. I had no energy whatsoever. That was the strongest symptom. My weight, I was like I'm 5'4", and I was 68 kilos, if somebody can translate that into pounds. I was big. And it took me, I would say that when I did my first blood test after 3 months, they cut my thyroid medication to half. And now I have to see, because I might have to cut it again. So it worked in 3 months. I got results.
Good. Next question.
DJ Magic Man, Dr. Kiltz.
No, that question was it. That was the next question.
Oh, okay. Sorry. For the guest, how do you deal with family gatherings when pasta and bread is such a main part of Italian meals?
Well, I don't make pasta. I never made pasta anymore, because to me, every time that I think about feeding my family processed foods, I think that I am cheating them. I'm just not doing them any good. So I make different meatballs. I made turkey, the pork, beef meatballs, and they are delicious, and different sauces. I try to make them with heavy cream, and I'm not afraid of garlic, and I just like beef the way it is, but I'm not afraid of using condiments. Again, they love beef, so we eat food that, sausages, Italian sausages, the different kind. There are so many, the variety of carnivore snacks. Like, I'm trying to think of my head, like, I make this beautiful with ground beef, and I put Italian sausage, and I make like a sheet, and I just put some feta cheese on top, and of course I always add a little bit of fat, because it makes it so yummy, and it melts, and and I roll it up, and so when you cut it, you have all the creamy cheese inside. Oh gosh, honey, snacking on carnivore is not a problem.
Is this your channel? This is your
Well,
Instagram.
That is my Instagram. And I suck at YouTube yet, but I hope that people can be patient with me. Now the weather in Canada, winter is brutal. My intention is just to see how just to show that it's possible to go outdoors and enjoy the life and being carnivore. There you go. And
that's your
aging, more
YouTube.
than anything, aging, being a senior like this. Being a senior, like, look at you guys, like being a senior, like, in the prime of your life, right? Exactly. You know what is funny that you're moving, because I am kind of like you. It's like, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. I wasn't feeling
Flor,
like,
by the way, Flor, you're the second youngest person on the stage right now.
wow, you guys, yeah, you like, it's beautiful. And so thank you for sharing my channel. I want to share how simple I can be on carnivore, but how beautiful it can be, and all the things that you can do outdoors. And I'm thinking that I want to, I really, really want to transition to, I think I'm going to rent my apartment, and I want to go to Argentina driving. And
Fun.
Wow.
yeah, and I think it's gonna take it between a year or two. But I'm doing that. I'm retiring, and and of course, just sharing the message. But there is so much to see and to enjoy, and I I want to do that. Yeah, so
Awesome. Dr. Kiltz, have you tried making your ice cream with heavy cream and raw milk kefir?
I've not used I'm not a fan of kefir, but I've used raw milk, raw cream, for sure.
may I ask you why? I'm curious. I don't know, because I
About-
added it to
about
my diet. And
About kefir or about what's
kefir.
going- Oh, I just don't like its taste.
Okay. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but when you ferment the milk, that the bacteria eats on the sugars, and like just makes it so good for you, because it lives.
Well, kefirs contain a little bit of alcohol.
Okay.
Anyway, I mean, any fermented substance has a little bit of alcohol, but I'm just not a big fermented fan. The microbes are there, but they're not necessarily our friends, but they're everywhere. And I think it's okay to consume some kefir, some yogurt, some fermented foods. I mean, they're small amounts. Fatty meat is our main steak, fatty steak. Again, rare to raw fatty meat. Salt water is our foundation. I think meats are good, not required. And definitely, we do like a little bit of variety and spice in our lives. That's our nature in some way. And so I think it's okay. I just not personally, it's not my flavor forward.
You know what? I threw away a bottle that I bought because I forgot. Yeah. So thank you for answering that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Flor, have you experienced any oral health changes or challenges?
No challenges. I do believe that is very good for your dental health, because you don't have the bacteria that is going to really erode your teeth. But I'm not an expert, and I have done my cleaning. Yes, they noticed that there was a lot less cleaning to do, and I don't know how could that work. But other than that, no. And I just want to remind everybody that I have been a carnivore since June, which is can't wait until next year to see what happens.
Amazing. We went through all the questions so far.
And so on your journey, Flor, of traveling to Argentina, how are you going to share your story and inspire all of us at your young age that carnivore lifestyle actually is just so amazing and powerful?
Well, the message is that, like, and take into account that this is like a tsunami, right? Because it changed my life so dramatically and rapidly that I am adjusting from a life in which I perceive myself, just slowing down and working until 65 and probably just sit and watch TV to this is good, and I can't wait. I have all this energy, so I am thinking about, okay, I need to financially make it happen to be on the road without working, because the Canadian pension plan and old age security is up to $1,000. So I need to really project how am I going to live the next 50 years of my life. Like it's a reality. It's my life expectancy has changed. So now I want to do what I always dream of doing. I'm gonna do it because I have the energy and I have the stamina, the everything, right, and the mental clarity to plan this trip. So I am planning. I am in the planning process. So I'm gonna share how am I financially going to do this, rent my place. I need to get the vehicle that is going to take me there with my dog, and which is Argentinian, by the way. It was a street dog that just came to Canada with me, and get a van, because when you go down, there is a portion of the Pan American in Colombia that is cut off. So you need to go through Ecuador, and you take a little ferry so you can take a vehicle. So that is all that I want to share. And meanwhile, being simple, right? You have your beef, you have your fat, you gotta make it simple. It's simple to live life on the road with Carnivore. So that's what I'm going to share.
And wouldn't you say that our true ancient nature and culture is travelers? We moved with the herds. We were migrators, and we still are migrators.
Of course, we following a better weather pattern. I think that there's so much goodness about that, and enjoying just the outdoors and getting the sun in our skin. We are supposed to breathe good air, whatever you can find it, and the sun. By the way, I don't have any supplements. We didn't touch on that. I only have vitamin D3, K2 because of we have little sun time here in Canada. But I don't. Other than that, I just don't have any supplements. I wanted just to throw that there. So yes, I think that it pushes you to be more on your feet and being aware of your environment. Traveling. I have traveled a lot. I love traveling, and so this is the big one. But I can't wait. And I will put Carnivore everywhere. Carnivore is the most important.
Let's take that last question, Alia.
Oh, I'm mute. Okay. Tony, the nutrition guy, how would you start this conversation with a current vegan?
I wouldn't.
I love the diet you're on. Tell me a little bit about the vegan diet, what got you there, and how great you feel. Well, I don't actually feel great, but they tell me it's really good for me.
It's trying to convince. Yeah. I have a vegan friend.
But we want to talk to our vegan brothers and sisters, because we were once them, and include them in the conversation and the meetups and all these things. We actually, because you expose someone to something opposite and different, their brain starts saying, hey, are you really sure you want to stay vegan? Well, hey, I should. I know, but
let me know the day a vegan turns carnivore.
I turned my mom.
Vegan?
They're
no,
there.
The other way around.
No. Your mother was a vegan and you turned?
She's not fully carnivore, but she's eating so much meat now after 16
Yeah,
years.
meat-centric.
Meat-centric.
Wow.
Let's
That's
hit it.
Oh, I got to do the thing.
I'm gonna start. Like I could never even start a conversation because they come from a different mindset, right? So it's not about
Yep.
even nutrition. It's more about other stuff.
But it's a human mindset, and they've been domesticated. And so now our job is to infiltrate the vegan world and the vegetarian world, and even the Mediterranean world. Infiltrate and just be the lion. You know, lions walk around the vegans all the time in the savannah. You know, there are plenty of cows, and they're just hanging out with them. They're not killing them all. They're just enjoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a photo that I have forever. That is like of a lion with a suit, like a lion head, and says, "Be your own character." But in a minute, you know, like we are all lions. You are right, Dr. Kiltz.
To call, congratulations, by the way. Email me, alia@drkiltz.com, and you will get a hat.
All right. You have any last words, Flor?
Go carnivore, get your life back, and live it the way you are supposed to, full of energy, strength, happy, and take it from there.
Yay. Awesome.
All righty.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure, guys.
You're very welcome.
Any last minute comments before we go?
No live stream
excited
at
to see
3. No
everybody.
live stream today at 3, and we have a Zoom call at 5:30. At some point in the morning, I'm gonna go to Sarasota.
Yay. See you soon.
I hope to see you one day, guys, soon in a meetup. I'm gonna make it happen.
We will make that happen. Absolutely. And it is important that we go and connect with other. But I was here at the house yesterday, and one of the workers just, saw I was a carnivore, and he was like curious about it. And so I handed out a magazine, and we talked a little bit about it. I even gave him some a pound of ground beef. I said, "Here, taste this." And we're here to inspire and share the story. It's this guy Jesus Christ. He just continues to share the story of why God within us is actually the foundation of all thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
All he did.
Absolutely.
Mechanic. It is it. So it's great. What's the meal today?
Meat.
Lamb. Today I am eating lamb. Oh man, I love when I have lamb. I have it a couple of times a week. And so good.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome.
I am on day 6 of carnivore, but I still have no energy. Of course you don't. Oh, honey, it takes a while. You might go before you get better. You're going to feel like crap, but don't let that stop you, because that when, again, you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel tired, lethargic. Look after your electrolytes. Make sure to have sodium good, like sea salt. Don't get like the crap, the table salt. Get good mineral salts, and get your potassium, your sodium, your magnesium, and you're going to feel much better. And give it time, and add your fat. Add a lot of fat. If you don't feel very low in energy and tired, you probably need more fat. Don't be afraid of fat, because you need those ketones get in your brain, and hydroxybutyrate and all those juice that are going to make your life awesome. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sugar is glycosylating and not energy. See you later, all.
Bye.
Have a great day,